Hello, good morning. Now I would like to presentation about my research proposal. The title is Enriching Speaking Skill, Talk around Rubin, Perception and Benefit by Industri Wahyuni, the last year NPM 074. Next, chapter 1. In chapter 1, there is 2 points. The first is about research background, and then the second is about research problem. Okay, talk about research background. Here, I find some researcher that explain about cooperative learning, such as according to Zakira and Zanaton 207, the use of cooperative learning in teaching speaking has been the subject of extensive research. And then according to Suhendan and Benggu 2014, Ning and Horby 2010, Ning 2011, Dan Pitcher 2011, Yang 25, a big portion of study indicate that the use of cooperative learning technique can lead to positive attitude towards cooperative learning and increased speaking skill. And then cooperative learning method, which differ from traditional learning method, have some benefit result from social interaction between students, according to Levin 22, classroom social interaction, according to Michael 207, and Alice 203, is beneficial to overall language development. It has been observed that students who interact and speak achieve better in oral speaking in most cases that those who always keep silent, according to Khadijah 2010. And then next, talk about research problem. Um, research in formulating research problem as the focus of carrying out scientific research is very imperative. Based on what has been previous state, the present research was mainly restricted to innovating SMPN 8 Denpasar speaking class by implementation Ron Rubin. The research problem of the present study were clearly present in the form of question as the follow. The first, what are the student perception at SMPN 8 Denpasar by applying Ron Rubin? And then the second, what are the benefits of implementing Ron Rubin in SMPN 8 Denpasar speaking class? Next, chapter 2. In chapter 2, there are 2 points. The first is about theoretical review, and the second is about empirical review. Okay, talk about theoretical review. In here, there is research variable. In research variable, I got some theory about speaking skill and round robin. Theory about speaking skill according to Harmer 201 and according to Cameron 201. And then theory about round robin according to Kagan and Kagan 209 and according to Richard and Roger 201. Okay, next, talk about empirical review. In empirical review, I want to explain about review the weakness the researchers. Okay, the first researcher conducted by Joanna Valentina Penalozano 2022 entitled Enhancing Speaking Skill Talk ECTS, a state of the art. The object of this study was to find out how the student to the 11th grade student in Colombia at the national level. Mm, the use of HTS in English language teaching, especially speaking skill and its challenges, based on the observation of the teacher checklist, file note, and interview gives to the subject. The researcher findings show that the student perceived the use of HTS and teaching speaking skill, and they were more enthusiastic, and their self-confidence improved significantly. However, they faced difficulty in managing group dynamic and ensuring equal participation among group members. Okay. The second researcher was conducted by Destia Herlisa 2023 entitled Rubin as an interactive technique to teach speaking. The object of this study was to find out how the students perceive and were being challenged by use of video conference during the online teaching and learning process. Mm, the researcher found that the findings show that the students perceive the use of video conference positively. However, the main challenging were in their readiness of using the video conference and their limit device. Okay, next in chapter 3, there are 2 points. The first is about subject of study, and then the second is about research instrument. Okay, the first talk about subject of study. In this study, there is a subject where a grade student, especially class 8B, SMPN 8 Denpasar for the 2024-2025 academic year. The class consists of 30 students and will be selected as the subject of the research. And then next, number 2, talk about research instrument. To collect data in the present basic interpretative research, three kind of instrument will be prepared. The consist research instrument will be observation, online open-ended questionnaire, and semi-structured interview. This instrument will be carefully constructed to meet the required data need in the present research. The data that will be resolved by the research instrument will be considered as the primary data in the present study. Okay, next, still in chapter 3, the first I want to talk about data collection, and the second is about data analysis. Okay, the first about data collection. In process of that collecting the data, the researcher first of all will start the process of teaching and learning by implementation round robin. It will be carried in the three meeting. The first meeting will be mainly intend to teach the learning material about monologue procedure, and then the second meeting will be used to perform their monologue procedure in front of the class, and the third meeting will be used to prepare their final project. This will be important part to get more comprehensive data on the implementation of Ron Rubin in transforming the SMPN 8 Denpasar speaking class in the present research. Okay, next talk about data analysis. Um, the required data that will be collected in basic interpretative research will be then analyzed to figure out the answer to the research problem. Okay. The collect data will be transcribed, classified, interpreted, and conclude as the finding of the present study. In order yield word finding of the study, the qualitative data will be analyzed using triangulation, in which the data that will be result from the observation, open-ended questionnaire, and the semi-structured interview will be combined. I think this is all about my presentation. Thank you for your nice attention.